Welcome everyone, my name is Emily Centrone, and my professional development session is on school library safe places for LGBTQ youth. And before we get started, I'd like for everyone to just go around the room and briefly introduce yourselves. And as people are making introductions, I'll take the time to pass out an index card that we will use later on and a handout. Okay, so because this is a shorter professional development session, I like to stress the idea that this is just to dip your feet in and get them wet, and the handout that I give you goes into further detail. So these are learning targets, and learning targets are frequently used instructionally in classrooms. So these are mine. I can explain 2 ways my library meets the needs of different learners, including LGBTQ youth. I can describe hardships that they may face or struggle with. I can explain why LGBTQ individuals need a strong advocate and tell ways I can be the advocate for my students. And I can create an idea for my library that will help provide resources for LGBTQ youth. Okay, so here we're going to do a quick brainstorm exercise. So on the index cards that I gave you, I'd like for everyone to quickly jot down one quick note about you and your library and how you address each of these LTs. And I'll give you about 15 to 20 seconds. Alright, so I strongly believe that libraries make the best safe places for our LGBTQ youth. And these are the ways that I think that a library provides a safe haven. So it's a no judgment zone, which means no tests, no quizzes, exams, or any assessments. It's an unofficial refuge, which means no doors, no offices, no need to set up an appointment time, and everyone can be who they are. There's access to all resources that can be used as support. There's immediate access to literature that helps identify. And there's a relaxed atmosphere where students can take timeouts. If they've been struggling throughout the day and they just need to come take a load off, we have a welcoming environment. Alright, so here I'd like to do a turn and talk. So if everyone can turn to their neighbor and share any additional ways your library provides any of these safe haven suggestions. And again, I'll give you about 20 seconds. Okay, so here I'd like to highlight specific areas that research indicates are high influence in supporting LGBTQ youth and their needs. So you can provide an uncensored and unbiased collection, which means while the librarian is building a collection, you have to have an unbiased mindset. You could recommend to teachers for inclusion in the curriculum, so suggest that they use them in lit circles or for reading logs, and so on. You can build a collaborative relationship with administration. With their support, the school and library will be even more successful. You can create LGBTQ theme and title displays and promote them through updated reading lists. Having the books on display allows for a supportive environment by all students. And you can share resources with PTA, parents and community members, building partnerships. Reach outside of the school to bring the community closer. Okay, so here, I'd like for you all to turn to someone different and share with each other one of these areas you feel would be a most difficult challenge in your school and why. Okay, so here I have some statistics that I have personally found that alarming. So if you can take your index cards out again, and in any open space, I'd like for you to write down an answer to a few questions that I'm going to ask. So the first one is, how many more times are queer teens likely to attempt suicide? So 2 times more, 5 times, 10 times. Okay, so what % of students do LGBTQ make up for in your school? And what % do you think the typical library's LGBTQ collection represents? So here are the answers. You can quickly read through these. And in your own mind, there's no need to share. Did you find that you were close, way off? Were you surprised? Maybe not so surprised? And I did add a video clip down at the bottom, but since we're running close on time, I'm not going to be able to play it today. It's about 1 minute and 25 seconds, but the clip is on YouTube, and I've attached it to the works cited list at the bottom of the 2-page handout that you have that you'll be able to take with you. Okay, so these are necessary changes and or improvements that I can make in my library, and hopefully you can as well. So you can provide opportunities to learn about the accomplishments of LGBTQ individuals, and this can be through book or writer forums where authors come in and discuss their works, clubs they participated in, and community involvement. You can host monthly coffee chats. So you can have support agencies within the community come in once a month, say the first Wednesday, and share what resources they have available, for example, the Center for Youth. Develop 2 awareness campaigns to support students in crisis. So my ideas would be an October clothing drive for homeless students, and maybe a May food drive in preparation for summer months not at school. And finally, you can designate a display case or bulletin board for LGBTQ information and highlights. And this is student-run and student-managed, highlighting resources, community events, news articles, statistics, and more. All right, so how about you guys all share with others around you what you may want to consider for your own library? Okay, so this is just a quick review of the learning targets, and hopefully that we've covered all these and you can take them away from this session. And before we wrap up, I'd like for you all to review your index cards and see if your notes would change as a result of the information I've shared, and this is just for you. And also, I'm going to be passing around an exit ticket that I'd like for you all to fill out for me to review and reflect on my presentation and follow up questions and ideas. And thank you all for your participation, and I hope that this is helpful for you to bring back to your own schools and libraries.